Good morning, everyone. My name is John Moy, and welcome back to my weekend summer reading. Today's week 6 from the 22nd of July to the 28th. I'm filming this video a little early because I'm leaving for the beach today, so I'll be in the car for 7 hours. But I will try to get this out to you tonight. But this isn't the full scope of what I have read this week. Once again, if you like the video, hit the like button, comment any books you want me to read next, because I'm open to ideas. I'm finishing up a lot of the series that I've been reading for a while, so if you have suggestions, put them in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to see more book reviews and videos like this. Like this past week, I put out my review of the Randall Monroe collection, so check that out if you're interested in that. And without further ado, we'll get into the non-spoiler section of the 2 books I read this week. The first book I finished this week was Unseen Academicals by Terry Pratchett. This is the fourth to last Discworld book, third to last of his main series, not counting the young adult novels. And I really enjoyed this. Unseen Academicals is kind of the first Wizards book. Well, not the first Blizzard books that I really like. I did like Last Continent better than this one, but you definitely get a lot more of the later Pratchett writing, the amazing characters and kind of the world details that I've come to super appreciate with books in books like Snuff and Raising Steam and Going Postal. I really love that. Now, note, it is not entirely a Wizards book. Actually, most of it does not follow the Wizards. It follows a couple side characters who work in the Unseen University. Yes, there are Wizard shenanigans, but it's more following them and them interacting with the sport of football in the book. And I think like I said, I really enjoy the more character-focused stories of later Terry Pratchett. Like, for me, I can, like, the Discworld is kind of split into 3 distinct sections. The first couple books are stories, or they're just stories. Either they're about stories, kind of like his satire works, or they're just stories for fun. The middle works are definitely expanding the Discworld. There are a lot of books, like The Last Continent, Interesting Times, Jingo, Fifth Elephant, where we're just going to new places, and it's kind of, they're stories about places, but kind of starting with around Going Postal, it's stories about people, and especially with the last couple books, Raising Steam, Snuff, and Unseen Academicals, it's about people and kind of how they interact with society and the people around them and the disc as a whole, and I really enjoyed that about Unseen Academicals. Plus, there's lots of fun wizard stuff, which is always enjoyable. Then the other Wizards book that I did read, but that was fun, but I didn't enjoy it as much, is The Last Hero. I don't actually know if it comes in a non-illustrated edition. So this is the large print illustrated edition of The Last Hero, and it was a lot of fun. We got more Leonard of Quirm. We got Captain Carrot, and we have Captain Carrot and Rincewind interacting, which is a lot of fun. And it's just, this one, it's, especially comparing it to having just finished Unseen Academicals, there's a lot more wizard shenanigans in this. The illustrated version, it didn't click as well with me. The paragraphs are a little choppier than typically in Discworld novels, and I don't think it's Pratchett's best work, but besides probably not Pratchett's best writing, the pictures make the book amazing. There's a lot of pieces of Discworld art in here that, like, I immediately recognized, just did not know that it came from this book. Probably the best example of it is, if I can find it, this Image of Death, which is quite iconic, that I didn't know it came from this book. But it was fun. Not much else for me to say about that one. It was okay. What I started reading was The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. I am like 20 pages into this book, so really haven't gotten that far into it, but it's fine. I don't know what the young adult novels will be like, but this one has certainly been enjoyable for the first 20 pages or so. And then this upcoming week, I will be reading Rhythm of War. So by next weekend, I don't know if I'll get a full review out of Rhythm of War by next weekend, but it will definitely be on my my summer week 7 summer book recap. And if I finish Rhythm of War, I'm starting Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Those are the 2 books I'm bringing to the beach, and because I'm at the beach, I will have more than enough time to read. So I will see you in a second for the spoiler section. All right, so welcome back to the spoiler section for my week 6 reviews. Starting with Unseen Academicals. For me, some of the small spoilers. It was interesting seeing Rincewood as a side character. This is the very first Wizards novel where he's a side character. Sure, he plays a lesser role in The Last Continent, as it's kind of a split narrative between the Wizards and the Unseen University and him, but in here he is truly a side character. Even the Wizards feel more like a side character, a little bit like a side characters in this book, but even among the Wizards, he's a side character. So it was fun kind of seeing his personality from the outside in addition to that, especially late Discworld had a renaissance of new races with the goblins, and then in this one the orcs, and with not having to confront who he is and being accepted for who he is a lot of fun. This book definitely follows a slightly darker tone, that a lot of the later Discworld books have. They're a lot more gritty and down. I don't want to say gritty and down to earth. It's not Game of Thrones or anything like that, but it is definitely a lot less whimsical in that. There's still whimsy and magic, but not as much in these later books, and it just makes Ankh-Morpork in the Discworld feel so real, and I love that about this. We still have our cast of kooky characters for the Wizards. We have actually really smart Ridiculi. We don't even see that in The Last Continent. Ridiculi isn't a big player in The Last Hero, but we have an actually competent Ridiculi. We have a Ponder Stibbons who has definitely grown in power and way less timid and more willing to kind of do what be a little bit more forceful, which I did like about that. We actually get to work flashing. Lady Maglorota is in this book. That's not how you pronounce it, but whatever. And we actually get to see directly comparing her and Vetinari, which we never get to do, and that was a lot of fun. We have Glenda, who is definitely has really no filter, even with kind of like her authority figures, and it's so much fun to see that. And then just seeing the way that sports and football play in all this. So as I'm filming this, the Olympics are going on, and so it was interesting to read this and then the Olympics going on and see how much impact sports can have on us and the world around us, and it was just a lot of fun to read through that. And then I have no spoilers for The Last Hero. It was interesting to see kind of the Discworlds, kind of see a little bit more into the gods and how they interact when we actually get to the home of the gods, and then it was also interesting to see the moon, the different kinds, and the moon dragons versus the swamp dragons, and then kind of a lot of very space elements that a lot of space travel elements that we see in our real world that Pratchett definitely took inspiration for this. And then, of course, kind of on that line, the inside reference of, let's see if I can find it. It was the diagram of the inside of the capsule, which has the no handball playing in here sign, which was actually a sign in the Apollo 11 capsule placed there by the astronauts as a joke. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. But that's it for my week 6 review. A little bit of a lighter week this week. I've had other things to do, but next week, hopefully Rhythm of War, and starting at least Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment any books you want me to read. Bye.